Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals, how you doing? Well, today I'm just doing some busy work around the place. You may have remembered me making this little folio a few weeks back. I already had some constructed that I think I showed you. They were just made out of white envelopes and very uninspiring to look at. I can handle the coffee dyed ones, but the white ones are a bit stark. So, I was just having a look through my fussy cuts drawer, and I had these big pages in it, and quite a lot of big pictures as well. So what I've done is pulled out a few of the big pages, and this one big particular picture, and I'm just going to use a bit of stuff that's lying around, basically, some scraps of tissue paper and whatnot, and these big pictures that I find are very attractive to me, but I'm not so sure I can see an application for them in a journal. So what better to use them on than something that's mine? So also, I was talking to somebody recently about large, fragile book pages, illustrations out of books that are large and quite fragile, and how to use them in a journal. And being as these are big book pages, they're not fragile, but they are big illustrations, or they're not illustrations, they're big photographs out of a sort of encyclopedia on Sydney, I think. And I thought this is a good idea for large pictures out of books, and particularly if they're fragile and you can't bend them. The way I'm going to cut these pictures and stick them on these pages would work for that kind of thing as well. What I'm going to do is use them across a double spread, but I'm going to split them at the spine so that there is a gap, and I don't have to be concerned about it bulking up the spine of my little ephemera storage envelope thing that I've got going on here. But if I was to do the same in a journal with large fragile pages, I would approach it the same way. So you can have a double spread on pages that are not joined, and they don't have anything in between them, so you can see your whole picture and you're not going to crack it or break it, or again, you'll have to obviously cut your picture to do this, but there's sacrifices have to be made, I think, sometimes to salvage the things that we want to use, and use them in the best way possible. So anyway, something to keep in mind if you have large pictures out of a book. You can use them in a double page spread without bulking up the spine area, and without being concerned that your pictures will then break. Your pages will crack. So anyway, we will get to those right now. We are gluing down this page and some jelly printed tissue paper that I just had in my drawer next to me. So yes, we will do that, and then we will get to the big pictures, and you will see exactly what it is I'm trying to, probably thoroughly confusingly, explain. of these black and white photos have anything in common with each other, aside from the fact they're just black and white. I just like them. In a group like that, they amused me. Now, here are the big pages with the big architectural photographs and whatnot on them. So this is what I'm going to use probably for most of the pages going forward. And yes, I will be cutting them to size. And yeah, like I say, I think the way I'm dealing with these pictures would also be suitable for large book pages that are brittle. It's a way to deal with them and still be able to see them, well, at least on one side. Sadly, you can't save both sides. And this is what I mean by putting them across a double spread with a piece with it cut through the middle, or in this case cut off to the sort of right hand side a bit, but it is across a double page spread, so you can see the whole picture. Somehow your brain ignores that white gap in the middle once you've sort of got it stuck down, and you can tell quite easily that it's a whole picture. So yeah, I think this would be one of the better ways to deal with having old brittle pages as well. The reason I'm doing it here is because I don't want to bulk up the spine section. That's really the only reason. I'm really pleased to be able to find a place for these pictures. Like I say, I really can't see me putting them in a journal. This is literally a picture of a mausoleum with a very brightly coloured wall behind it. And I think it's quite beautiful, but it doesn't really have a place maybe in many journals, but it's an image that I really enjoyed, so being able to find a place for it where I can always look back on it and enjoy it, yeah, that's kind of special. The bits that I tear off of these pictures, by the way, I'm not discarding. I will use them as I go along, if not here then in other places, but yeah, a lot of them I will use in this project as well. Well, excuse the glare here. Unfortunately, that's part of the reality of working with magazine pages. Yeah, the glare is real. What can you do? So, yeah, hopefully it won't be too annoying. And this beautiful image definitely could be put into a journal, but I'm going to use it here because I think sometimes it's important to remember that, you know, using some of the beautiful things that we have on projects that are just for us is quite an acceptable way to use them. We're not wasting them. We're allowed to enjoy the things that we keep for ourselves as well. So that's why this picture's going here. Okay, well that's that little project. I may add more to this as I go along, but for now it's pretty much done, and I think it looks a lot nicer than it did to start with those stark white pages. So I'm glad to have used some of those beautiful images and have a new place for them. Yeah, where I can appreciate them instead of having them just hidden in my stash. So I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, guys. It wasn't anything too scintillating, but yeah, just something to do. So I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you did too. Anyway, guys, you have yourselves a great day. Thanks for being here, as always, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Bye.